Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss the chapter 12, Nutrition for Fitness, Athletics and Sports, from the fundamentals of foods, nutrition, and diet therapy.
The interest in physical fitness is very high in all age groups of populations around the world. That's true, but people choose to engage in physical fitness for different reasons. First is that some want to stay fit and healthy, which helps them to enjoy a better quality of life, while others aim to participate in sports or competitions where physical fitness is essential. Our body's muscle strength, body composition, heart and lung functions are all strongly affected by nutrition and exercise. This means that what you eat and how active you are plays a major role in how well your body performs in daily activities, exercise, and even sports. Exercise for physical fitness. So, when it comes to exercise, first of all, it should be part of our daily routine, just like how we eat. Secondly, is that we should choose activities that we can do for life, like walking, biking, or even dancing. And lastly, exercising regularly improves our well being and helps us to build the skills and strength needed to become a athlete.
In selecting an exercise program guidelines, when choosing an exercise program, it is important to pick an activity you enjoy. And the exercise should also be possible in all seasons, meaning you can continue doing it whether sunny or rainy. And it is recommended to select activities near your home or in places with accessible facilities, so you do not have difficulty traveling or finding space to exercise. And the activity should also be something you can do regularly. And lastly is the exercise should large muscle groups.
Proper diet is an essential prerequisite for good performance, be it for athletic competition or for just keeping fit. It is important to have nutrient reserves to meet the demands during periods of exercise. If the reserves are used up, the body cannot meet if it needs, and fatigue or exhaustion may occur. Importante na makapag-reserve tayo ng energy para hindi tayo basta-basta nakakaramdam ng pagod. As we know, carbohydrates and fats are basic suppliers of these energy reserves, as very little and drawn from protein. So, using TEA or total energy allowance, pwede natin ma-determine yung ating energy by multiplying DBW to our physical activity. Malalaman natin yung ating energy kung ito ba ay kulang, tama, or sobra.
Carbohydrates is the major nutrient for exercise. The body stores it as blood, glucose, and muscle, liver, glycogen. Active individuals should get 50 to 60% of calories from complex carbohydrates because they digest slowly, maintain steady blood sugar, and convert easily to glycogen. Fat. Fat intake should not be increased. Total fat should stay within 20 to 25% of daily calories, which vegetable oils include for essential fatty acids. Protein meeting the RDA for protein is important. About 10 to 15% of total calories. Extra protein is unnecessary since it does not use as the main energy source. Vitamins and minerals. The supports energy release as cofactor. Exercise improves the body efficiency in using them, so requirements do not increase. The athletes who need more energy take larger amounts of good food which increase their intake vitamins and minerals. The only groups that need to focus special attention in this respect are adolescents and female athletes who may need iron supplements in their blood. Iron levels are very low.
Exercise and energy. Energy used during exercise is measured in kilocalories. Different factors influence how much energy a person uses while being active. These are the different factors. First is the intensity of exercise. The harder you exercise, the more calories you will burn. And then the duration. In the duration, the longer you exercise, the more energy you will consume or use. For overall fitness level, fitter people may burn energy differently. And for the environmental factors, we can consider the temperature, surface, and obstacles. And then the weight of a person, sex, and energy level. And for the next slide is the sample energy expenditure. Sample energy expenditure for an hour for men and female.
For athletic performance, nutritional well-being is important for all physical activities. Just as we save money when we intended to take a trip, so must our body stock reserve fuel before participating in athletic and sports activities. Many school children, high school and college students take part in competitive games, even endurance races. In athletic performance depends heavily on good nutrition because the body needs enough stored energy to handle physical activities. Preparation for athletics and sports. Carbohydrates. There is need to increase muscle glycogen stores prior to the competition. Pre-contest or pre-game meal. Eat a light meal of about 300 kcal 2 to 4 hours before the game or contest. For preparation, athletes need to increase their muscle glycogen before an event for a better endurance. For athletic performance, nutritional well-being is important for all physical activities. Just as we save money when we intended to take a trip, so must our body stock reserve fuel before participating in athletic and sports activities. Many school children, high school and college students take part in competitive games, even endurance races. In athletic performance depends heavily on good nutrition because the body needs enough stored energy to handle physical activities. Preparation for athletics and sports. Carbohydrates. There is need to increase muscle glycogen stores prior to the competition. Pre-contest or pre-game meal. Eat a light meal of about 300 kcal 2 to 4 hours before the game or contest. For preparation, athletes need to increase their muscle glycogen before an event for
Nutrition during performance. The fluid and nutrient needs during contest or game depends on the intensity and duration, as also ambient temperature and humidity. So, fluid and nutrient needs during a competition depends on how hard and how long the activity is, as well as the weather conditions. Because thirst is not a reliable indicator of dehydration, athletes should follow a set drinking plan. They should drink 400 to 500 ml of cool water 2 hours before the event, and another 400 to 500 ml about 15 minutes before starting. During the activity, they should take 100 to 150 ml of fluid every 20 minutes, adjusting based on the climate and type of sport. After the event, they should continue drinking until they regain their pre-event body weight. Cold water is usually enough for hydration, except in long endurance events where sports drinks may be needed, like Gatorade. Ergogenic aids. Winning is the aim of all competitors in sports. Naturally, they would have liked to use any substance that can aid their activity. Isa na dito yung steroids. Sometimes, steroids are misused by athletes to quickly increase muscle size, strength, and performance, often in extremely high doses. However, using steroids is illegal in sports like in Olympics and can also lead to disqualification. More importantly, steroids can cause serious health problems such as stunted bone growth, liver and heart damage, and infertility. They can also affect mood and behavior, causing aggression, depression, and even addiction. Because of this long-term risk, athletes should not or should avoid using hormones to enhance performance. Coaches, parents, and trainers should guide young athletes to focus on healthy training, long-term goals, and ethical sportsmanship, which supports both good performance and overall well-being.